members. The members of the committee are Caroline Bowler, Michael Del Orfano, Karen Fisher, Carson Green, Deborah Johnson, Diane Holland, Dave Kerber, myself, William McCartan, and Stephanie Pico. Alternates are Frida Milken, Caroline Penaloza, and Mary Jo Verbida. Did I mess it up too much?
There's Verbida, but you're Verbida.
Okay, the Arapahoe County Citizens Redistricting Advisory Committee was created by the Arapahoe County Board of Commissioners to redraw the boundaries for the 5 commissioner districts. We operate under a mandate that includes the Colorado Revised Statute 30-10-306, which governs the process. The redistricting process must happen every 10 years. And we must use the U.S. Census data. The census was conducted on April 1st, 2020. It must be transparent, and we must consider public comments, which is what we are open for tonight. And we have 2 more meetings of public comments.
Now, in drawing the maps that we proposed to the commissioners, we had to consider certain criteria, and these were tiers of criteria set forth in the statute that Bill mentioned. So the first tier we had to meet was maintaining equal populations across the districts and complying with the Voting Rights Act. We looked at a lot of census data and data in concerning minority populations, minority language populations, where the population shifts have been. So we did determine that we'll be in compliance with the Voting Rights Act, and that all the maps we drew are within the target differential of no more than plus or minus 5%. Then the next criteria, as much as reasonably possible, is to preserve communities of interest, and such as cities and towns, neighborhoods, possible school district lines, all kinds of different things that might be considered a community of interest. Then we are also to keep the districts as compact as possible, and a lot of that you can just, basically the consideration is looking at them, do they just look right, like they weren't drawn irregularly to meet some other purpose. Then the last criteria, and it's to the extent possible after meeting all the above criteria, is to see if we can maximize political competitiveness of the districts. So the next steps, after we develop these maps, basically we're here now to consider your comments and make possible changes on the maps. You may have information as to how a certain boundary should be adjusted, or concerns about where a certain community of interest is located, and want us to consider that. You may actually have an idea of what kind of a map you want to draw yourself. And on our webpage, there actually is a tool where you can use the Redistricter tool and draw your own map and submit it through public comment. So after these hearings, we'll look at the input we've gotten, make adjustments if we feel we need to, and then probably choose 3, we have to send at least 3 maps to the Board of County Commissioners. We have to do that by June. Then the commissioners will also hold public hearing. They may make some changes to the proposed maps, and then they'll adopt the final district map in August.
Okay, the first map we will look at is map A. In drawing this map, one of the major considerations was to use roadways as a primary divider between Commissioner Districts 2 and 3 and between Commissioner Districts 4 and 5. It also connects Glendale to District 4 via Leetsdale and Parker Road. In this map, the population of Commissioner District 3 is lower than the other 4 Commissioner districts because of the great likelihood of potential growth in that area. However, the difference between the largest and smallest commissioner district is only 4% within the criteria of being less than 5%. Communities of interest on this map are the I-25 corridor, the area around Cherry Creek Reservoir, and the large lots in the southeast corner, which have a very rural feel. Map B. Map B, one of the criterias that we looked at was to consolidate the northern areas of Cherry Creek School District. In Map B, Glendale and Holly Hills are both included in Commissioner District 4. They are currently in Commissioner Districts 5 and 1 respectively. Again, Commissioner District 3 population is lower than the other Commissioner districts to allow for that growth. And the difference between the largest and smallest Commissioner district in population is 4.37%, well within the plus or minus 5%. Communities in this map, communities of interest in this map, again, are the I-25 corridor and the large lots in the southeast corner with a very rural feel.
Map C. In all our discussions about keeping cities and towns together, it was just a matter of fact that Aurora would be split because its population is so large. And previously, Centennial has also been split because it was considered that it would have too large of a population to be able to contain in one district. But as we looked at that, we did find that a map could be developed that kept Centennial all in one district, District 2, along with some other areas, primarily Foxfield, to make to that population level of 131,000. So that did mean that Greenwood Village moves to District 1. Cherry Creek State Park is contained within District 4, and then Holly Hills and Glendale both move to District 1. Map D. Map D actually most closely resembled the current commissioner districts. One of our other charges was to start with the current districts and drawing the new districts. So basically, with the adjustments on most of these was just moving the eastern border line and adjusting along that somewhat to get to the population numbers for each of the new districts. Foxfield is kept in District 3 because its character is more like District 3 than District 2. And then we did pay attention to trying not to divide neighborhoods. We maintained District 3 neighborhoods such as Aurora Knolls, Hutchinson Heights, Seven Hills, and then the Lakeshore neighborhood is all in District 4, not split. Because in some of the earlier maps, some of those neighborhoods were impacted. We corrected it.
Okay, we will now open the meeting for any public comments. Do we have anyone online?
We do not.
Do we have any public comments submitted previous that we need to review?
You know.
Then I would close the public comment meeting. In the future, if anyone has any public comments that they wish to submit, they can use the website, which is Arapahoe, www.arapahoecounty.com, arapahoegov.com/redistricting. The future public engagement sessions are next Thursday, 4/20 at 6 p.m. in Commissioner District 3 at Arapahoe County Fairgrounds, and on Monday, April 24th at 6 p.m. in Commissioner District 5, which is at Arapahoe County Center Point Plaza. Those meetings are open to any public that wish to come and make comments, or you can make comments on the website, or you actually even draw your own map on the website. No other further business to come before the committee. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Stephanie Pico moved, and second,
Second.
Karen Fisher. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting is closed.
Wow, you guys are getting